Welcome to Simon NoChaNo, Simon's living room. Here I'm in the courtyard of the brewer's house. Very appropriate. In Bruges. Excuse me, I've had 2 beers already in a rather nice Asian poke bowl restaurant, which I shall show you later. And I also have a nice bowl of spicy tuna poke bowl. So I'm all set and ready to go. Here we are in the historical city of Bruges. Been here loads of times, in the rain, in the snow, in the summer, wandered about. I should be wandering about today again, randomly blah blah blahing. I've had my beers, so I'm all ready and set to go. It's quite busy here today it's autumn in Belgium, and oh, we've got the horses going past. Here we go. Have a quick look. Some authentic Belgian stuff going on here. Oh right, what's going on? It's perhaps it'll correct itself. I appear to be horizontal. Oh dear. Right, hang on. It corrected itself the last time. I don't know why it's not doing it now. Right, hang on. Maybe it's just me. I'm horizontal, or vertical, or whatever. Let's have a look. Am I still vertical? I'm still vertical. Don't know quite what's going on there. It's not corrected itself. I don't know why I'm like that. Hang on. Don't know what I can do to change that, actually. That's awkward. Maybe if I switch off my gimbal. Right. And then switch it on again. Will that do anything? Other than just confuse the audience. I mean, if nobody turns up, it's like academic, really, isn't it? See, it's tourists. Look, tourists. Why does it always do this? Stupid YouTube. There's nobody watching. It doesn't really matter, Simon. You're talking to yourself. And this is what comes of Right, hang on. Let's see if I can rejig this. I don't know quite what I'm going to do. Horizontal. Hang on, I have to look on my Larry's broadcaster. Come on, Larry's broadcaster. Okay. There appears to be no. I can't access my settings. Where's settings? Excuse me. Just bear with me. All right, I'm back. It's corrected itself. Okay. Sorry about that. Two strong Belgian beers affect my memories. Memories, Belgian tapestry souvenirs. There we are. So I'm not quite sure what's happening. There's a street sign up here. That'll tell me where I am. That's good, isn't it? To know where you are in life, the universe, and everything. It's another curious building. Ostensibly straight lines, but it's all kind of like off kilter somehow. It's the wall plane, the wall square. It's full. Basically, it's Bruges, so it's just full of cafes and restaurants and God knows what. I think down there was a restaurant that I was looking at on the train, thinking, what am I going to get for lunch? And it's a specialist French cuisine restaurant down this street. That's I decided not to go because I wanted some money left in my bank account. But we'll go down here. There's just tourist guides everywhere. I'm not going to give you a tourist guide. I'm just going to talk rubbish for an hour. So we go down this alley, and I'm not blurring out the people because I don't care. They can be on the internet. Nobody's going to know. Nobody watches this stuff. So and you see, it's quite a sort of a nice little alley. Whoops. Very narrow. Ooh. Nice. Bright colours. Legs. Hats and legs. Okay. So this is the list of the shops in this street. And this was the one I was looking at. It's like the French restaurant. I went there once with my Belgian girlfriend, then fiancée, and now ex-wife. It was very nice, I must say. And it's in one of the narrowest streets in Bruges. Right, there was a Japanese chocolate shop. I don't know, that's quite bizarre, but there was a Japanese chocolate shop. So where this yellow building is now, which is for sale, but there was a Japanese chocolate shop there. Hello. Puppets, dolls, weird stuff. But I think we had fondue in here, my girlfriend and I, a long time ago, years ago. This is the place. Malherbe. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing that correctly. Fillet of lamb with oregano in English for €28.50. Yes, that's why I didn't go there, you see. So one dish costs €28.50. But it's very cosy, and they specialise in wine as well, and cheese. It's rather good. Yes, this is the Japanese chocolate shop. Used to be. It wasn't yellow at that time. See there. Little tiny tables and wooden chairs. Very cosy it is in there, I have to say. And now we've got tourists. We have to go past the tourists. I'll wait till the tourists have finished explaining whatever they're explaining in whatever language that is. I think it's Spanish, or it could be Portuguese. I think it's yes, it's Portuguese. So they're Brazilians. Yes. So wandering with the Brazilians down this little alleyway in Bruges. Yes, you do. And we're coming out on Mary Mary. Right. It's a street in Bruges, and there's a church thing. Told you I was a Philistine. See, Mary Mary. Quite contrary. How does your garden grow? With pumpkins, apparently. Bruges memories. Catholic convent. Roman Catholic Rome's convent, 1330. Oh, let's have a look down here. Okay. Here we're getting the full... There's somebody there. Somebody watching besides me. Hello. You're not getting the best camera here. You're getting the sort of like the selfie camera, which is... Perhaps I should turn it round, because you get me then. Right, and what I need to do is change the camera back to front-facing camera. There we are. And you get a 180p picture. We're going into the Rome's convent. I have to be quiet because it's full of nuns who believe in religious shit. Very odd. Okay. Hello, Jesus. Jesus. Okay. That's very nice. Very picturesque. Always helps for your religion when it's picturesque and full of plants. Yes. Existence is a curious thing. You can either get on with it or muse about it. Very nice buildings though. And the leaves are falling. It's autumn. See? And a puss! And a puss! Oh, he's buggered off. I shall just sit here and look at the purple flowers. Well, I don't think this is going to get many views, but I don't care. I'm having a good time. Philistine in Bruges. I wonder whether they're in there sort of praying and contemplating and being religious. Or whether they're on their computers, nuns on computers. Scrolling the internet, maybe. But yes, this is actually a haven of peace. And you just saw what it was like in that little alleyway and in the streets of Bruges there. It's incredible, isn't it? You just, well, yes, you have to walk down a little alleyway first to come into a small courtyard. And then it's peaceful. But we can't have a show like this. And there are obviously tourists coming in as well, so we shall go out back into the throngs. Are you ready for some throng? We'll go and find the throngs. But here you are, Simon NoChaNo, Philistine, showing you the hidden corners of Bruges.
Areas like this.
Ooh. Right. That was wrong.
Small houses.
Tourists.
Some of the houses.
It's unavoidable here, obviously. And the sun is coming out, unbelievably. I was cursing myself because I'd forgot my umbrella, because the forecast wasn't good. But obviously in West Flanders, which is where Bruges is, the weather is set to improve. How about that? Waffles. Waffles. Here we are, waffling on. Absolute utter nonsense. And there's some Belgian waffles. Right, here we go left. Here we go right. Let's go right. There's a sort of big, I think that's the big market, the main square of Bruges. We'll go there, past all the trinkets. God's house, Spanoch. So that was 1330. So 300 years later, they were still doing this sort of thing. Let's go down here. Oh, can you get through? It's Blake's. God's house, Spanoch. It's set aside for six women. Okay, 6 women only are allowed to live in this area as long as they worship God, which was a male patriarchal invention. And it's also a restaurant, but it's also quite a garden. Well, I've never been to these places actually. Oh wow, cool. Oh, and it's a house of God, made possible, restored by the National Lottery. The sacred and the profane. In one breath. Nice lawn. I wonder if I can walk on the grass. I'm going to walk on the grass. Sorry, ladies, if you've been there scrolling for Jesus. I'm here on your lawn. I'm going to sit on your benches. There's some nice architecture. What's this? Oh, it's nice architecture. There's a boat. Hello, wave to the people. Okay. Yeah, I forgot Bruges. Bruges is like the Venice of Belgium. It's even more Venice-y than Ghent. It's like canals everywhere. I forgot there was a canal. I didn't realise there was a canal here. We got a nice wave from the tourists anyway. There's nobody bloody watching. You'll have to watch the replay and be amazed at the hidden spots. I'm quite pleased that I found these two spots. I shall come here again. Actually, I shall go again to the Asian Bowl. I didn't show you that, did I? No. Oh dear. But if you're in Bruges and you're looking for a nice sort of tasty meal, and you don't particularly want like lumpy, stodgy Belgian food, and you quite like Asian fusion type kind of stuff, then Asian Bowls is rather nice, as are these buildings and church thing. I don't know, there appears to be nobody watching apart from me. That's what comes, Simon, of... All right, well, let's see if we can wave at more tourists. I've got a canal to my...
Felix allemaal tegen Catholic asielopvang en daarbij de doelmensen van het hospitaal weggevoerd vervolgd.
No, they're less happy tourists. Not so enthusiastic. Oh dear, never mind. Right. Okay, the 6 ladies who had this place, busy, worshipping Jesus in the hopes of what? Being born again at some indeterminate future date in your body on an earth full of people who have also been reborn, who are all supposed to be reborn in their sort of prime of their life, sort of mid-20s, given that this was 2,000 years ago, and the mid-20s was the prime of your life at that point, and healthy and with the full body, and what are you going to do? And live forever. Sounds like fucking hell to me. Not an inspiration to worship anything, to sort of in the prospect of having that as your future. Anyway, that was enough philosophizing. Right, okay. What's this? We'll go down this street. There's like lots of tourists there. I just had, yes, a Straffer Hendrik, which is a strong Henry beer, 9% alcohol. That's why I'm talking like the way I am. And before that, I had an Abbey beer, brewed by monks. I told you, I mean, religious people, it's all the front. Think about Jesus at the weekend or something. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's a gimbal moment. I'm having a gimbal moment. All right. So there's always works going on. I was in Ghent on Saturday getting alcohol. Oh, what a surprise, says everybody. And I was getting oolong tea and alcohol. Because Kimberly sent me a suggestion on Instagram for oolong tea with Bailey's. Bailey's Irish cream in it. So I didn't have any oolong tea or Bailey's, so I went to Ghent to get that. And Ghent is always under construction. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm concentrating on this building with this rather nice sort of like arched facade. So there are quiet streets, even in the centre of Bruges. right next to where all the tourists go. There's a sort of alleyway here. Curious, no, it's closed. With rubbish in it and a canal. So you can get to the canal and have a look at the church tower and dump your rubbish in the alley. And more horses going past. Clip clop, clip clop. See, this is the trick with Bruges. You see there, if you can read that, it says 1907, and the building is sort of kind of old looking style. Bruges, for a long time, was sort of like abandoned and derelict, and not very economically successful, which is why lots of the buildings were kind of preserved, like these old buildings at the end here. Because nobody could afford to knock them down and build new buildings. But then in sort of the 1900s, they kind of early 20th century, they sort of realised, oh right, we're onto a treasure trove here. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site potential place. So they tarted it up and they restored the old buildings, and then added lots of new buildings. But the new buildings had to sort of look more or less like the old buildings, hence sort of quite often the buildings here look old, like this one in front of me, but are in fact sort of early 20th century. Interesting fact. What was this place? Where are we? Kastanjeboomstraat. Kastanjeboom. It's Chestnut Tree Street. It's rather nice, sort of romantic name. And there's a political posters everywhere because tomorrow it's voting time for local government in Belgium, or in Flanders anyway, in the Dutch-speaking half. My sons are going to go and vote. I don't vote because I'm not Belgium. So I'm having to sort of like wing it here because there doesn't appear to be anybody watching. So there's nobody to talk to or respond. This is a first. Oh, sorry, we're in definitely in the 20th century at the end of this street. But I think there's some old houses here. Look, if you carefully watch the advert, there are some old houses that look similar to this, with old ladies making lace, which is lace. Belgian lace is sort of famous and it's made in Bruges and also Brussels. But they're sat in their doorways in the adverts in houses not dissimilar to this, making lace, and that's not done anymore. So let's go. Whoa, let's go back that way. Jerry Goldstein, hello, good morning. Welcome to Belgium, welcome to Bruges. It's a Philistine's tour of Bruges by me, your host. Me, hello, Jerry. Nice to see you, thank you for joining us in comments. There's a horse coming, never mind me, look at the horse. Oh, that's me again, sorry, here's the horse. Have you ever been to Belgium and ever been to Bruges, Jerry? These horse tours look very romantic, but very expensive. I think it's about $50 or something for an hour. So I mean, I've never done it myself. It's just like too much money. But it's rather nice. I mean, if it's like buses, You wait for an hour, and none turn up, and then they all turn up at once. Frankfurt. Oh, the nearest I've been to Frankfurt, I'm afraid, Jerry, is the airport. On a bus between planes. But yeah. So this is. I'm showing you the back streets of Bruges here. There's canals everywhere. I think there's a canal here. Rather, yes. I know. If you're in your window and in your room and you just don't know what to do, you can throw your rubbish out and it'll land in the canal. It is rather lovely. I've been because I've been living in Belgium for nearly 30 years, so I've been to Bruges quite a few times. But it is rather nice, I have to say. It's better than the town I live in, anyway. But you'd have to put up with tourists and random YouTubers like me all the time. Oh, there's more horses. Oh, blimey. It's pretty busy. I think I did once in Belgium when I lived here or was visiting. I did once go on a horse. I wasn't sure whether it was was here or was Ghent. They also do this in Ghent, in Belgium. Right, we're sort of in the streets around the main square. So we'll go to the main square, and you'll see it's absolutely thronged with people. But as I was saying earlier, I mean, Bruges was like made rich and famous in the medieval period largely due to wool. Imports or exports or whatever, and then the trade dropped off and the money dropped off and nobody had any money left to sort of improve anything, and so it got kind of like fossilized, and it's now still fossilized. But they have some nice bars and restaurants. Hey. Yo. Oh, more friendly tourists. We had some on the boat earlier that waved, and then some who were a bit sort of, But you know, when you're on YouTube, you have to wave and smile. There's a nice, there's a nice little garden through there. I remember next to a church thing, and the bare necessities. Do we have a look? What do you think, Irene? Jerry? So we have a look. We can have a look at bears. Right, now perhaps we'll just look through the window. There we are. All the bears you could want. Really old-fashioned teddy bears. And there's a Beatles bear there. It's rather odd. For all those boomers and Generation X people who are into the Beatles. Yes, the architecture is. I mean, like I said, because it sort of ran out of money in the late medieval period, sort of early Renaissance period, well, late Renaissance. Yeah, they kind of like ran out of money to build anything new or knock anything down, so it was all preserved largely. So that's the trick. That's the trick, you see. You become economically, important in an aesthetically pleasing historical period, and then unfortunately, you in order for that to be beneficial for future generations, you have to undergo economic suicide, so that future generations can benefit. I think I've been in this garden and live streamed from here quite a while, but there's a cute little bridge which we'll show again. It's full of tourists. Look, this is a cute little bridge full of tourists. Toys. Well said. Yes. I have years of experience. I used to work in the tourism industry too. I was a guide and an assistant housekeeper in a historic house in England 30 years ago. So I'm familiar with all this sort of stuff. I wasn't so sardonic or cynical giving my tours. That was not done. But now I'm a YouTuber. I can be as cynical as I please. All right, if we wait here long enough, a boat will come past and we can wave at the Japanese tourists. Having said that, Japanese tourists are few and far between. It's, you know, it used to be lots of Japanese tourists, and then they were superseded by Chinese tourists, and then the Chinese economy was like not so good anymore. So now it's evened out. Political commentary from a Philistine in Bruges. So there's no boats coming. So we try and go over that bridge. What do you think? I've been over it loads of times. Perhaps the tourists will wave at us as we barge through them. I'll give you a test. You have to identify the languages as we. Hello, there's somebody else YouTubing. Oh. It's never been this big before. When I've been over this bridge, it's always been quiet. Like selfie sticks. Selfie sticks, this sort of thing. If you want to get a gimbal, mate. Right, yes. With a selfie stick, you don't need the battery, that's true. I was charging this last night in my son's bedroom. So this is, can't remember the name of this church. Been here loads of times, can't remember the name of it. It's a church. It's old. Oh, nobody's saying much. Going over the bridge. Oh, we missed the boats. Here's a boat coming. Right. Get ready, Jerry. Wave at the tourists. Will they wave back? I'm on their photos. They're on my photos. They're on YouTube. They don't realise they're on YouTube. I'm waving. Nobody's responding. No, totally no response. Okay, it's so familiar. No, it's not interesting anymore for tourists to be photographed. Throw peanuts. If I had some, yes. Oh, some nice. Because you see this looks all that bridge. It looks like very sort of like medieval. And this looks all medieval, and the wooden panelling and everything looks medieval, but this is actually sort of like late 19th century, made to look old. Well, it's nice, but it's not medieval. John Louis Vives is now on YouTube. And, unless you go onto Wikipedia, you have no idea who he is. I don't. Right, let's go down that way. Or this way. Wherever there's less people. Throw peanuts. I'll remember that. I'll have to get on my next live stream. I shall try and get some peanuts. Ooh. It's a rather pink icing building. Pink frosting. There we are. It's the pink frosting building. How deep is the canal? That's a good question. It's deep enough for boats to go on it without getting stuck. Is that good enough? I don't think it's all that deep. I think it's probably about the same depth as the canals in Venice, to which I have been once, a long time ago, in the early 1990s. But not super deep, just enough for like shallow bottom boats. What is this building? Or why is it made of pink icing? I don't know. Any life in the water? I seriously doubt it. Much like the canals of Venice before COVID, and possibly now after COVID, it's filthy and disgusting and stinks and is not particularly, suitable for any kind of life other than maybe bacteria. There's probably like massive amounts of bacteria having a great old time in those canals, but any invertebrates or vertebrates would not survive. What I did remember, I remember sort of pictures from during the COVID pandemic of the canals in Venice, and the water was clear, amazingly clear, and there were fish in the water in the canals in Venice. I've been to Venice on the canals before COVID, like brown and impenetrable and smelly. So that was good. I mean, bring back COVID, that's what I say. Souvenirs, cold beers and drinks, and cold drinks, and tobacco. Well, there you are. Just add your vice. Add your vice to that list. Available in Bruges. Hello, Bob. UFO Bob. Say hello to Jerry Irene Goldstein. Are you still in Frankfurt, Jerry? Sounds like your life. What? Sort of full of bacteria. Hello, UFO Bob. UFO Bob is in California and is surviving remarkably well. He has a bionic heart and also a YouTube channel. So Jerry, say hello to UFO Bob. UFO Bob, say hello to Jerry. This is the museum. It says Museum Bruges. Bruges is the Dutch or the Flemish way of saying Bruges. Bruges sounds much more pleasant. Bruges sounds like you're just about to spit something. Where do we go? Sport for choice. Horses coming that way, tourists coming that way. Let's go this way. I can vaguely remember architecture this way. Yeah. More tourists. Should we go down there? Let's go down there. Let's go through the arch. Harp concerts. He's always playing harp, this chap in Bruges. Oh, St. John's Hospital. Okay. So we've got Spanish, Dutch. Oh, there's not a lot going on here, is there, really? Yes. No, let's go back. I'm very glad that both of you, nobody would turn up. And then it's Saturday, and Alas was here last Saturday, but she could be working today, so she might not turn up. Cool Grey may turn up, to admit that last night, when I usually sort of think of what I'm going to do, I hadn't thought of anything, and I was busy talking to people in Skippy's wine bar in my hometown. Jerry, by the way, that's a wine bar I go to on every Friday. And there was the lead singer and his wife of a famous Belgian band who I'm friends with was in there, and I was just like talking to them, and I lost track of time, and then I got home and I thought, what am I going to do? And I sat at my computer trying to think of what to do for the show today. And I thought maybe I'll go to Bruges. Well, I'll make an advert for it tomorrow morning. And then I woke up, had breakfast, the time just dragged on, and I thought, oh God, I better make an advert. So that advert was made and uploaded shortly before I left to get on the train. So that's probably why there's not lots of people here. Breaking up. I'm breaking up. Have I stopped breaking up? I'm going to have to look at my... I still appear to be, yes, 2.5 megabytes a second. It's not the best. This street is made for shopping, it says. All right, okay. So we have a look at the shopping street? No, I don't know. You have to pay. You have to pay to get in. It says Flemish masters in their place, which is like famous like medieval artists. In it, we'll go in the church. If I disappear, tell me if I disappear. Have to be quiet. Be quiet when we go in here. That's when we went through the tunnel. Oh right. Hang on. Like you have to wait for the people to come out, then we can go in. Oh God, no! It's absolutely crowded in there. We'll not go in there. I'm sorry if you wanted to see like historic Flemish art in a church. Come on the wrong day, basically. Yes. Whoa, shit. Sorry. Excuse my French. There was a sidewalk there. That was especially for UFO Bob, a sidewalk, otherwise known as a pavement in European. We'll go that way. I think the fish market is that way. And one of the iconic sites of Bruges. So we'll go that way through all the tourists. If I had to pixelate everybody's face on here, you know, to preserve privacy, I'd be up all night. So, but like I said before, hardly anybody watches my stuff, so I don't think anybody's in any danger of being on the internet. It's rather nice architecture. Sorry, I can't, it's silhouetted. Ooh, you don't often see colourful cars. It's all grey cars in Belgium, grey and black. Variations of grey, black and sort of beige, dark beige, brown. So it's nice to see a colourful car now and again. Yes, I think this leads to the fish market. I'm not sure. Medieval style, yes. Like I was saying before, telling Jerry that basically they ran out of money as economic collapse in the early Renaissance or the late Renaissance period, and which preserved a lot of the buildings. And then several hundred years later, they thought, oh well, we've got all these nice old buildings. Let's preserve them. But you know, most of them are falling down. So we'll build some new ones, but we'll build some new ones in the same style. Some medieval style. So that's why Bruges looks like the way it does. Yes, another museum. The Groot House Museum. I don't think you'd appreciate it if I go in. I probably have to pay to go in as well. And I've just spent quite a lot on dinner, on lunch. So, I can just navigate the tourists. Yes, it's down here where all the tourists are. It is where one of the iconic views of Bruges is. This isn't it. This is just sort of a random bridge and canal in Bruges. This is not a tourist video for Bruges, by the way. This is just me being a Philistine rambling on in Bruges as a way to sort of kill part of my Saturday afternoon. It's my hobby, being asinine on YouTube. Oh, there's a. Do you want to have a look at her? Jerry and Bob, here's a sort of like an antique market. We'll have a look at that. Where are most of the tourists from? Well, I've encountered Portuguese, Spanish. No, not Portuguese. Brazilian, Spanish, German, French. I've heard. When I was having my lunch, there were some French people came in. The young lady in the Asian Bowls restaurant when I was eating has to speak English, Dutch, French, and German, and presumably whatever Asian language is her native language. So that's pretty amazing. Yes. Come to Bruges. Buy junk. Oh, sorry. Bob knows what's going on. Sorry, Jerry. That was my gimbal having a moment. Yes, you can buy stuff to gather dust and put it in your house and gather dust, and then you realise you need to get rid of it, and you bring it here again to sell it on to other people. A wide variety of junk, basically. Antique junk. Here we are. The blokes don't buy it, the ladies buy it. The blokes never dust it, the ladies get fed up of dusting it, and then they bring it here. Or they get old and go into a retirement home, and their children don't want to clean the junk, and they bring it here. And people come here and buy it, and it's a never-ending cycle. I'm just keeping an eye out for more tourists to wave at on boats, because they come down this canal quite often.
Going this way.
And it's very autumny actually. It could also be more in my white balance settings, which is set for grey. So the live stream app is overcompensating and making everything look very orange. Recycling, yes. How to recycle junk. Bring it to Bruges. Yeah, load up your trailer. Come to Bruges. Yeah, Pinocchio. Very bizarre. Oh, Italian tourists. Just an Italian going on there. Yes, they come from all over Europe, all over the world to see junk. And art. Street art. Oh, there we go, boats. Let's have a look. See if will they wave back? This is the question. Will they wave back? Hello, wave. I'm waving. Hello. Hey! Nobody else, only the driver waves. Okay. Jaded. Tourists are jaded. They've had enough Instagram, YouTube. Hello, horse. It's all go here in Bruges. It's rather nice, yes, Bob. I mean, yeah, it beats my town on a Saturday afternoon, that's for sure. Even on a grey day like this, you know, look, it's grey skies. And I was wearing a scarf, but I've got a. I mean, look. I'm dressed for the occasion. Look, you know, I've got my Crombie wool coat. I've got a velvet jacket under this. I've got a polo neck, and I have a scarf, and I have leather gloves in my pocket because it's pretty cold here. It's definitely autumn, but absolute art gallery. I remember taking Instagram photos here. There were sort of disembodied heads of ladies, medieval ladies, and now there's a man on a scooter. Okay. Who else is there? We've got Jerry, we've got UFO Bob, and we've got two others. Make yourselves known. If Cool Grey is there, if Robert is there, say hello. Bookshop. Book handle. It's a bookshop. Bruges bookshop. Right. Oh yes, definitely got books. Books. All in Dutch. So that's not very good for you, really, is it? That's rather creepy looking. What's that? Species guide. Witches. Hexen. Okay. Memento Mori. Okay. That's enough of that. Right, I think one of the main... All right, yes, over there is the iconic view. We'll go to the iconic view of Bruges, which has been on this live stream before, but we'll do it again, you know. We've nearly done the hour. I've done my duty, and I shall need to go and find a coffee and some toilets. You know, two bottles of strong beer tend to go through you within an hour. So, the Philistine's Guide to Bruges. Here is coming up very, very quickly on the iconic viewpoint that you see in all the picture postcards. There's all these like free non-player characters appearing on my video. So, nearly there. It's where those people are gathered at the corner, you see there. That's where I have to sort of stand where they are and point my camera around, and then you'll see the iconic view. Oh, French. There we go. Okay. Oh. There was smartphones everywhere. When I first came here, smartphones didn't exist. There we are. Iconic view of Bruges. And most of those buildings are actually late 19th century, early 20th century, but they look medieval. I kind of glitched out there for a second. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that. For some reason it glitched out. Hope you can still see. Okay. Right, we're going through here. There's some rather nice food places down here.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
And the phones are smart, but what about the people? Yes. Yes. 35 minutes. You can go on a boat trip for 35 minutes. And how much does it cost? Let's have a look. 15 euros for 35 minutes. No, sorry. It's about $15 for half an hour. Not paying that, sorry. There's a rather nice, it's like full of food places. People eating. Too many phones, yes. Probably, I was probably being interfered with. My gimbal was being interfered with. But luckily I enabled auto start but not auto stop. And if there's a break in transmission on my phone app, it doesn't stop the stream. Which is why you suddenly, when I watch the replays, I'll suddenly be talking, and then part of the still talking with a gap with no like gap in between. You see a spinning circle of death. When you watch the replay, there's just jump cuts to me in another part of wherever I am. We're near the fish market now. I was telling you, let's go to the fish market. We'll go to the fish market. It's no longer a fish market. It's like more. It's like new junk. New junk. And that street over there. Hang on. Over that bridge that leads to the Basilica of the Holy Blood. Like useless information. This is the fish market. Doric columns where they used to sort of put fish out on those like bluestone slabs. And now it's, oh god, what the hell's that? And now it's full of new junk. Buy this new and then wait for 30 years and take it to the antique stall down the road. Cynical? Me? No! Victoria Antiques. I had a nice like Italian dinner with my parents and the Rotary Club of my dad's hometown all came here and I joined them and we went into a sort of a like an Italian restaurant over there somewhere years ago. Oh, maybe they still do fish. It's just washing stuff down, so there may have been fish here. It smells very fishy. I tell you, it smells like fish. So it is still a fish market. That's incredible. God, it really does smell like fish. Look, there's ice. Ice in the drains. Cool. No, that's nice to know that they still use it as a fish market. I think I may have lost viewers because of. Are you still there, Bob? I'm still here. Perhaps because it sort of cut off, everybody just disappeared. But I'm going to wind up in 3 minutes anyway. Just like that. I'm in need of dessert and the toilet. I think there's a park down there. Actually, we'll go down there. There's a park with a fountain. I seem to remember. And it's quieter. Gilles Beer and Burgers. Okay. Very authentic Belgian. Beer and burgers. You're fishy as usual. Okay, right. Golden helmet. You see that golden helmet? If you have to wear a bike helmet, why not wear one that's extremely conspicuous? And you say, I don't care that I don't look cool. I shall make it shiny gold. There's a cheese shop down here. Yes, my parents and I went into this cheese shop. I think this is it, with the green awnings. It's possible. Yes, the Kaashuis Den Hof cheese house. The garden. But yes, look, cheese. See, I've been in here and I bought cheese from here. Wow. Want cheese? Got cheese. Want to know about cheese? This chap will tell you all about cheese. And you'll have to pay through the nose to get cheese. Yes, this is the street that leads to the park. We'll go into the park and then we'll wind up the show. I've had quite a good time. If Jerry is still there, I hope you enjoyed the show. There's the florists. The Bruges Gin Club. All right. It's very civilised. Yes. It's not open yet. Why isn't it open? It should be open now. So I can have some gin. For sale. Let's see, you could. Anybody interested in moving to Belgium? You can buy this shop in Bruges for probably quite a lot of money, and set up here next to a Thai massage parlour. Okay. Yes, it's got everything in Bruges. And a pub, which is for sale, which obviously was not very successful. Oh dear! So don't come and set up a pub in Bruges. won't get very far. How far is Bruges? It's on the train. It's an hour and a half. Yeah, I think it's an hour and a half on the train, and by car it's slightly similar drive. But you know, I wanted to drink alcohol, so I came by train. But you know, I've come by car before, and foregone the alcohol, and it takes about an hour or so to drive. Parking is quite cheap. You park near the station and walk into the city. If you park in the city, like here, this is a car park. Here we are, Bruges car park, underground car park. Lovely. Costs you a bloody fortune. But if you park near the station and walk into the city, which is not that far really, it doesn't cost that much. Right, I'm giving up. Here's the park. The fountain's not going. Oh yes it is. Yes it is. It's making me want to go for a pee. Used to drink gin and tonic in your 20s. I just drink gin mixed with vodka and vermouth, martinis, stuff. We're in the park. Let's find a bench so I can sit down and wind up the show, which I'm quite pleased with, given the fact that, you know, it's all off the top of my head. Philistine in Bruges. Oh, I did what I said on the tin. I was a complete Philistine in Bruges, with social political commentary, aided by 2 strong Belgian beers. Pick a tree and pee. Yes, well, I could go in the bushes there, and you know, I'm trying to be civilised. There's some chairs there. I've never seen that before. Well, so we're going to sit on the chairs. There's no bench. Oh, there's benches there. There's benches. Then I can put my gimbal down on the bench, because it's got a tripod on it, so I can rest. There's the fountain. Is it making you want to pee, audience? It's making me want to pee. Yes. And there's a bandstand as well. Parks with bandstands. Very old-fashioned. Okay. Here you are, bench. You lot. Hang on, I'll just adjust my tripod. Zoom up. You're just getting a view of the bench. Now you get a view of me. My fingers. Ooh. So, right, yeah, that was basically this week's show. And now I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day in Bruges and get chocolates or a dessert or a coffee or something like that, and wander about, be a tourist, kill some time until Sunday. Hello, dog. And then I'm going to go back to work on Monday. Oh, God. Life. God almighty. Anyway, thank you for joining me on the show. If Jerry's still there, if you didn't sort of give up after the circle of death, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll subscribe and like and all that business. And you know, I'm not really bothered about all that. It's just nice to see some new people. But I shall see you all again next week. What's next week? What are we now? We're the 12th, so it'll be the 19th of October. So by then the leaves might have gone a bit more brown and yellow and autumny. So I might go somewhere rural in Belgium to show you some autumn leaves stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I really need the toilet and the coffee. See you all again next week. Bye bye. Switch off.